Good morning. I'm doing this so I can get it out the way, right? I'm driving too, so I'm gonna be looking forward. But anyway, the sun's just coming up. I wanted to go ahead and get this video out of the way because, like, I like leaving. Mainly, my channel is like for my kids, for like, when I'm gone, trying to leave them advice and stuff like that. But I'm 38 years old, and I just like figured something out about myself. My whole life I've been big. I always was trying to figure out why I could be so strong-minded about something, but whenever it come to dieting and losing weight, I just couldn't figure it out, right? So I'm sitting here thinking I'm weak-minded and stuff like that, and which was blowing my mind because, not tooting my own horn or nothing like that, but I am one of the hardest working people I know. Like, I did construction for 17 years with my dad, and I'm just, I'm a hard worker, and when I want something, I don't stop until I get it. Like, I sleep, eat, and breathe it until I accomplish it, right? So that's how strong-minded I can be. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, I've been on a weight loss journey for a couple months now, and I'm trying to figure out what is my problem. Like, I will dream about food. Like, I can be scrolling on my little YouTube thing and see somebody doing a mukbang or something like that, and if it's something that I like, or or the food looks good or whatever, I can almost taste that food in my mouth. That is not normal. Like, it is not normal, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sitting here, I was trying to figure out, like, I don't have, and getting to the point, I have figured out that I am a binge eater. Like, I am a binge eater. Not the kind of binge eater that goes and gets food and sits in the closet and eats food like that, But I'm the type of binge eater that I can't just have one of something. Candy, Halloween, influencers or whatever diet people will say, allow yourself to have one piece of candy. That is not the case with me. I cannot just have one piece of candy. It's not going to happen. When I start, I cannot stop. So, with that being said, now that I know that about myself, I know that it's not that I'm weak-minded. It's something, it's something wrong with my head, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've tried to look and do research about binge eating, but let me cut this heater off. It's hot in here. But there's no, like, cure for it. There's no cure for it, right? So it's like, what do you do? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out. I got 2 other people in my house that are not on diets. I got to make sure that they, they have the food that they want, and what do you do about that? And I wanted to make this video so that, if one of my kids ever come up and have the same problem, because obesity runs through my family, like certain ones have it or whatever like that. But so that, if they think that something's wrong with them, they probably can get a doctor to help them with binge eating. I know I'm not going to be able to have a doctor help me with it or anything like that because of the cost of it. But now that I know my problem, I can figure out ways to try to, beat it. Like, not having certain things in my house, but not only that, like, I always knew that there was something else wrong with me because, y'all, I literally pray to God that He takes the hunger out of my body. Like, I pray for stuff like that. And if you praying for stuff like this, something's wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just some kind of simple problem as simple as dieting. That's not what it is. It's been a problem my whole life. And it's, it wasn't, I started gaining weight when I was a teenager. No, I was big my whole life. Even as a baby, I was overweight. Overweight my whole life. I was never a normal size, never. So that's why I guess now that I'm 38 or whatever, I'm not being so easy on myself because I know it's harder to lose weight when you get older, right? So, I'm at that line, and I have always said, always, even when I was an addict, because even when I was being overweight drove me to being a addict. Like, it did. I always said that I would die trying to be skinny. Ain't that sad? I said that I would die trying to be skinny, and I didn't care how I got there. So that's what drove me to drugs. Now that I'm clean, I'm sitting here, you know, I still struggle with it. You know, when I was an addict, yeah, I lost a lot of weight. And matter of fact, like, even when I got down to a size that I was happy at, I wasn't happy. You know, like, my face, I don't know if it's because I have big cheekbones or whatever, but I got a big frame. You know what I'm saying? I have a frame that could be like probably a bodybuilder's frame. That's probably how much weight I can carry on me, you know? But I lost my train of thought just now because I'm trying to watch the road. But I just always knew something was wrong with me, and I just kept saying there's no way that I can be so strong-minded in every other part of my life except for this. Like, how do I let food take me into addiction? How do I let food ruin my life, my self-esteem? I let food, like, being honest, and I never said this out loud, but I let food literally ruin my relationship with my sister, because she was like, when she got to be a teenager, she ended up losing all her weight and everything, and I was like so jealous of her. I was like one of them girls that hated skinny girls, and like I was very hateful and stuff like that to my sister, and like I was just very mean to her, and it ruined our relationship because like when I ended up getting a boyfriend or whatever, I didn't want to be around her because I was just jealous of her, you know. It was her size. It had nothing to do with nothing else. But I quit doing that kind of stuff a long time ago. I am the type of woman that if you're a beautiful woman or you're accomplishing things in your life, I will let you know that, because that's just the type of person I am. That's the real me. You know, if you're beautiful, I'm going to give you your props, and I'm going to tell you, girl, you're beautiful. That's just the way I am. I've just never been like that about myself, you know. So I've been fighting this fight my whole life, wanting to be a certain size and be happy with my body. You know, everybody around me, they'll tell me I'm not big. You know, you're not big, Dusty. You know, you're just, you know, you're thick. Okay, that's what everybody else sees. But when I look in the mirror, when I'm looking at this camera right now, this video, all I see is like a 600-pound person. You know, that's what I see. And I don't want to see that anymore. And I do got a feeling that if I do lose my weight, no, not if, but when I do lose my weight, I got a feeling that I'm still going to see this same person in the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a feeling I'm still going to see that, and I'm still not going to be happy. But I really don't want to get under 200 pounds. Like, and I'm not far from that. I don't want to be under 200 pounds because I don't like the way my cheekbones are so strong, you know, and then I feel like I look like a crackhead. I don't know. I guess it's because maybe I've been big my whole life, and that's just, you know, whenever you say my name and people think about me, that's what they see. You know, thick Dusty, fat Dusty, whatever. So it's going to be weird for everybody, and it's going to be weird for me. But I just don't want to be unhappy with my body then, after I'm doing so much hard work to try to build a better relationship with food. And, you know, you can sit there and say, oh, something about a diet, blah, blah, blah. You got to literally, being in my shoes, I guess, how I have been my whole life, I have to, I'm going to say it's a relationship with food. Like, you have a relationship with food, and it's either a good or a bad one, you know. And I'm trying to sit here and fix how I think about food, because food was always a safe place for me. me, whenever I was scared, or, you know, and I watched my mama, you know, over the years. Her weight was up and down, up and down. Weight was always a thing in my life. And I'm sick of weight being a thing every day. Like, I want to get to a point in my life where I don't have to worry about my weight. I could just live life and be happy. I can go to a birthday party or whatever and have the piece of cake and don't have to sit there and be like, oh, is everybody looking at me? Or is this gonna mess up my diet for the year? You know, like being so dramatic about it. Like, why does food control people's life so much? Like, why? Like, food can literally mess our whole lives up. Just food, something that we have to have. And that's the bad thing. We have to have it. So we have to make sure we have a good relationship with it. I just hope my kids don't have to go through this. Like, and this is why I make these videos, because I want them to see, you know, if they ever go through something like this, to see, hey, my mom went through the same thing and this is what she said about it. You know, and I don't have all the answers, but I want them to know that they're not alone. And if they're going through something, it probably got passed on down to them. So, yeah. I hope y'all have a good day. And I'm going to continue praying for God to take this hunger out of my body. Because I'm tired of thinking about food. I'm tired of dreaming about food that I can't have. God, I keep seeing people eating a place called Cane's. I've heard of that place, Cane's or whatever, but I've never been there. I've never even seen one of them places. I guess because I'm from a small town. But, you know, just dreaming about them hamburgers that I see. Like, I'm so tired of that. But y'all have a great day. Bye.